All right, guys, so I've kind of stayed away from the trend right now to comment on the whole Charlie Kirk thing, but I kind of feel compelled to say something, not to reinforce the rhetoric that is going around about, he was the easy one or he was the nice one or anything like that. I want you to look at this Charlie Kirk thing from a slightly different perspective. A couple years ago, we all, and for some of you even sooner than that, and some of you even later than that, but a couple of years ago, really began to see how social media, mainstream media, and all these different influences were working in conjunction against us to push particular narratives, to share stories that fit a particular worldview that was counter to the things that the vast majority of us stood for. And none of us would argue. I think at this point, for any of us, left or right, I think for any of us to argue the fact that that's not a reality is just utter absurdity. But I want you to consider something right now. There's a reason why when you get on social media, every single page that you look at, every single time you scroll through Instagram, there's always this thing about Charlie Kirk. There's always somebody pushing something, some video showing his death, somebody talking about a conspiracy. It was the Jews that did it, it was this person that did it, so on and so on. There's a reason why this is in your face 24/7. If we can all agree that the powers that be, whoever that may be, are working in conjunction with social media and mainstream media to push particular narratives to drive society into a particular direction, if we can all agree, and again, I think that we all can, then the question you need to be asking yourself is, why is this stuff in your face constantly? Why is it constantly in your face? Because if the powers that be are controlling it, and they're putting it in your face, and they're putting it in your face for a reason. Now, the only thing that I can come up with why they would continue to do that is because they're wanting to cause further divide. They're wanting to push this thing, which was already very close to being at a boiling point. I mean, we're sitting on a powder keg right now, but they're trying to take something that is already sitting at a boiling point and push it over the edge so that things just tip over. And the question you need to ask yourself is why? With all of the stuff that people are pushing, all these conspiracy theories about, Agenda 2030, mass killings, whatever, dying the population off, culling the population off, whatever, with all the different conspiracy theories that are out there. And I'm not questioning your conspiracy theories. Honestly speaking, probably the vast majority of them are probably true. But I'm just saying, looking at this through that particular lens, if that's your thing, is that all these horrible things are happening, they're keeping this from us and so on and so forth, and they're trying to do these things to us, okay, then if that's how you see the world, then why is it that you would not question the fact that every video that pops up in front of your face seems to be Charlie Kirk, seems to be him dying, seems to be some conspiracy behind him dying, seems to be so on and so forth. I haven't seen jack about Epstein. I haven't seen anything regarding this list and stuff. It's funny that once the election went away, all of a sudden Epstein, went away too. Once Trump won the election, it was like, oh, well, why are you guys questioning me about that guy? Are you guys still talking about him? Yeah, actually we are. We are still talking about him because nobody was ever held accountable for him. And because you ran on the platform that you were going to expose all this. So yeah, we're still talking about it because you haven't made good on your word yet. You guys need to realize that the agendas that are being pushed, the things that are being pushed in front of your face are being pushed in front of your face by the same people who are trying to manipulate you and coerce you to behave in a certain manner. I hear this word PSYOP thrown up like all the time. Everything is a psyop, but you don't realize that the things that you're exposing yourself to, again, if that's your particular worldview, is that everything is a psyop, why don't you question the things that you're being exposed to? Why don't you question those things? All of this stuff is being pushed, in my opinion, is being put out there. Charlie Kirk's death, the conspiracies about Charlie Kirk, grotesque videos of how he died, all of these things are in your face to drive you into a particular direction. The videos of these leftists at the university celebrating his death, there's a reason why that video is popping up on your feed. It's not just arbitrary. It's not just because somebody did a hashtag Charlie Kirk on their video. It's in your face for a reason. You need to question that. Question why that's in my face. Question how that popped up on my feed. These things aren't arbitrary, guys. When we talk about you needing to question everything, I mean everything. You need to start questioning why the things are popping up on your feeds, why you're being exposed to the things that you're being exposed to. You are being driven in a particular direction. And it's not the Instagram algorithm that is all of a sudden exposing you to the truth. It's exposing you to the things that they want you to see. I'm not saying that it's not truth. What I'm saying is you're going to get pieces of truth and pieces of rhetoric and pieces of falsehood. You're going to get pieces, but all of it is being put together to push you in a particular direction. So, think of that what you will.